Are mirrors doors to the spirit world? I never used to be afraid of mirrors. They were just objects. Glass. Reflection. Nothing more. Until one night, when I realized something was looking back at me that wasn't exactly me. It started like any ordinary night. The house was quiet. Too quiet. The kind of silence that makes you aware of your own breathing. I woke up suddenly, without knowing why. No noise. No dream. Just that strange feeling that tells you something is wrong. Out of habit, I walked toward the bathroom. The light was off. And there it was. The mirror. At first, everything looked normal. My face, my eyes, my tired expression staring back. But the longer I looked, the more uncomfortable I felt. Because mirrors don't just show us what we look like, they show us something that moves when we move, but is not actually us. And for thousands of years, people all over the world have asked the same terrifying question: what if the reflection has a will of its own? In ancient Japan, mirrors were never seen as simple household objects. They were believed to be sacred and dangerous. People believed mirrors were gateways, thin boundaries between this world and another. Children were warned never to stare into mirrors at night, because spirits, it was said, used reflections to cross over. In Anatolia, elders used to cover mirrors before going to sleep, not for decoration, for protection. They believed that at night, mirrors stopped being glass and became doors. Doors that should never be opened. In Europe, whenever someone died in a house, every mirror was covered. Not out of respect, but fear. Fear that the soul might get trapped inside the reflection, unable to leave. And once trapped, never truly gone. There is a reason mirrors appear so often in horror stories. Bloody Mary. Say her name 3 times in the dark, they say. Stand in front of a mirror, and something will answer. Most people call it a childish game. But here's the part no one likes to talk about. Thousands of people across different countries have reported seeing the same thing. A face that wasn't theirs. A shadow behind them. A smile that came a second too late. Or worse, a reflection that didn't move when they did. There was a woman in Turkey who experienced this once. Just once. She walked into her bathroom late at night. Didn't turn on the light. Didn't think twice. She looked into the mirror. Her reflection was there. But when she raised her hand, the reflection didn't. She froze. Her heart started racing. Her mouth went dry. And then the reflection blinked. She didn't. She turned on the light. Everything returned to normal. But from that night on, she never looked into a mirror in the dark again, because something had already looked at her first. Science, of course, has an explanation. They call it the Troxler effect. When you stare at your face for too long, your brain starts to lose details. Edges blur, features distort, faces can appear to change. But science struggles to explain one thing. Why do people see the same things? The shadow behind them, the unfamiliar face, the presence. Why does fear feel the same everywhere in the world? Mirrors behave differently at night. That's not superstition. That's psychology. At night, your mind is tired. Your defenses are weak. Your imagination is louder. And according to ancient beliefs, this is exactly when mirrors become most dangerous. There's an old saying in Anatolia: during the day, a mirror is glass. At night, it is a passage. That's why so many rules exist around mirrors. Never sleep facing one. Never cry in front of one. Never leave one uncovered at night. Never keep a broken mirror in your home. Because mirrors don't just reflect light, they reflect energy, emotion, fear. And some believe they remember. Children are especially vulnerable. Many parents say their children talk to mirrors, wave at them, laugh at them. Sometimes they say the mirror waves back, even when the child doesn't. Children stop doing this as they grow older, as if something slowly closes. So now, Let me ask you something. Why do mirrors make us uncomfortable in the dark? Why do we avoid looking at them late at night? Why does every culture, without ever meeting each other, fear the same object? Maybe mirrors really are just glass. Or maybe they show us more than we are ready to see. Tonight, when you go to the bathroom, you might think about turning off the light and looking into the mirror, just to prove there's nothing there. But if you do, make sure the reflection moves when you do. Because according to some beliefs, when you look into a mirror, you are not always alone.